जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, everyone. So we are from chapter 22 today, and this is regarding Kardama Muni and Devahuti getting married. So in the last lecture, we saw that Svayambhuva Manu, Shatarupa, they come to Kardama Muni's hermitage to, along with her daughter Devahuti, to give her in marriage to Kardama Muni. Right? That's what we saw last time. And along with that, what happened was we also saw how one should talk. Anyone remembers those points, what we discussed last time? How one
We have
should
to
talk?
truth.
We have to talk the truth, correct? Anything else? Even Raghunath, you had written down the points last time. How we should talk, or Vandana, yes, you know. Want to tell? What else you had said?
Respecting elders.
If need arises, one should be very harsh also.
Who is speaking?
I'm Geeta here.
Okay. No,
If
there are
need
three
arises.
No. There are 3 points that we have to consider, I said, while talking. What Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita in the 17th chapter, that's what we need to say. What are the 3 points he has said? One should talk the truth. That is one thing, correct. Second, what was the second point?
It should not hurt others.
Anybody. We should not
It should
offend
be-
anybody.
It should be pleasing manner.
Yes, we should not be offending anyone. We should talk in a pleasing manner,
Yes.
correct. And third,
And it should be beneficial for the person with whom you are talking.
correct. So it should be beneficial for the person for whom we are talking. So these are the 3 points. What Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita in the 17th chapter, that one should talk the truth, one should talk in a pleasing manner. And the third point is that whatever one talks, that should be beneficial for the other person. If it is not beneficial, then you don't have to talk that. It's a waste of time, waste of effort. So that's then only it's a project. So the point here we have to remember is that in this, These are the 3 points that we should always keep in mind. And today there is something more that we can also learn here today. Okay. Now we saw that Kardama Muni, when Svayambhuva Manu, along with Shatarupa and Devahuti, when they visited Kardama Muni's hermitage, Kardama Muni was talking about the role of a Kshatriya, what are the duties of a Kshatriya, these things he was telling. So what Svayambhuva Manu did, he was very quietly listening to what the other person was telling. There is another very important point that we need to remember, because what happens is, when somebody is talking, we also feel like adding, we also like to talk in between. These are the very common features we find amongst people. No. In Bhagavad Gita also, we can see the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita and the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita also. Not in the second, the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and almost for the first 10 shlokas of second chapter also, it is only Arjuna who is talking. And Krishna is not opening his mouth at all. Krishna is simply listening to whatever Arjuna is telling. Arjuna is pouring out his heart. And Krishna is simply listening, not adding anything to whatever Arjuna is telling. Till the time Arjuna tells, Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prachami tvam. He says that. Then only Krishna is opening his mouth. Till the time Krishna is only keeping quiet. So similarly, what we need to understand is, when the other person is talking, we should also have the patience to listen to what the other person is talking. Is it not a common problem that we see in this world with people when we are talking? When somebody is talking, the other person also likes to butt in between. Even without asking his opinion, people talk, all these things, it happens. It's a very common problem, is it not? But Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita, don't open your mouth till the time you have asked to open the mouth. So Krishna talks only when Arjuna is telling that I'm accepting you as my guru, and please let me know what is right, what is wrong, and tell me what I should do. Then only Krishna is starting and talking here. Similarly, here also, this Svayambhuva Manu is simply listening to whatever Kardama Muni has to say. And after Kardama Muni has talked everything and he has fallen silent, then Priyavrata is replying to him. And Priyavrata is telling, oh, Kardama Muni, you are a Brahmana. And Krishna has created Brahmanas because he wants to spread the Vedas through you. Because Brahmanas are well learned, they practice austerity, they are not attracted by the material activities so much, and they also have the mystic powers. And Krishna has also created the Kshatriyas to protect these Brahmanas, so that the Brahmanas will be able to spread the message of God to everyone. And Kshatriyas, so Brahmanas also protect the Kshatriyas by giving them sound advice. And Kshatriyas also protect the Brahmanas with their arms. They protect them. And each of them protect each other. And the Supreme Lord Krishna is also protecting both of them, both of us, through each other. So, saying this, he says, we have been created for these purposes. And next he is saying that, yeah, you have resolved all my doubts about the duties of a Kshatriya. That's what Kardama Muni was in the last lecture we saw. In the previous chapter, Kardama Muni is explaining what are the duties of a Kshatriya. That he has to travel, he has to protect all the righteous people and punish the miscreants. And if you don't travel, if you don't go around as a Kshatriya, as a king, there are so many upstarts you will find. There are so many people who will destroy the dharma. They will destroy the religion and indulge in irreligious activities. And all these irreligious activities cause karmas and bindings, further problems it can create. So all those things, when there is a strong leader, strong king, subjects will also listen to them properly. Otherwise, if the leader himself is loose, the subject will also become loose. He says all those things. And then afterwards says, it's my great fortune that I have attained your association. Number one. Secondly, he says, I've taken the dust of your lotus feet and put it on my head. So that also purifies me. I've done that. Third is that you have given me good instructions as to the duty of a king. And I have heard everything with open ears. Now, here he's telling one thing. Svayambhuva Manu is telling Kardama Muni about good association. He says, you have given me such a wonderful association. I've been really very fortunate to get your association. Now, again, here is a point we need to learn. If we want to really make progress in our spiritual life and really progress in our, not only in spiritual life, even in material life, we have to associate with the like-minded people. Very important. With simple, is it not? If you associate with drunkards, one day you will also sit and drink. If you associate with the people who are gambling, one day you will also gamble. And if you associate with these sants, what will happen? If you associate with saintly people, you will learn from them what it is. Any example can you think of? Somebody associated with saints and he became a great saint himself. Somebody well known to everybody.
Prabhupada.
Okay.
Srila Prabhupada.
Okay. That's true.
Swami Vivekananda.
Okay. How about Narada Muni?
Oh, yeah.
Narada Muni was a maid servant's son, right? He was a maid servant's son. But then he was sitting with those Bhakti Vedantas. And sitting with Bhakti Vedantas, because of that association and because of learning from them, whatever they were reciting, he was a small boy of 5 years old. He learned so much, and because of that next Janma, he became Narada Muni. You see, so association is very, very important for us. And association has got a tremendous influence on us. So it depends on what type of association we take. If you are going to take association of materialistic people, those who are interested only in money, power, position, etc., obviously we will also strive for that. But then there is no guarantee that you will get it. Materialism, in materialistic world, there is no guarantee of anything. You may put in a lot of effort, but still at the end of the day, there can still be a question mark whether this is right or wrong, or whether it will be successful or not. And that can result in frustration and other things. But that is not the case with spiritual activities. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Neha vikramana nasto pratyavahona vidyate swalpam api asya dharmasya prayate mahatobat. Even a small thing, swalpam, very less. Swalpam api asya dharmasya. Even if you are engaged in some way or the other, in a very, very small way, in the dharma or in the association with the devotees, definitely you will be saved from the greatest calamity in life. So association is very important. We have to know that. And that's why very essential that we associate with the right type of people. So he's saying that it's my great fortune. And obviously, if we have to associate with the sons, with the great saintly people, we should be really with great devotees of the Lord. Then we have to be really fortunate, then only it is possible. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Because when you associate with the great saintly people and with the really Varishta Bhaktas, that will rub on, not only rub on us, but their blessings will take us a long way. So blessings is very, very important to progress in spiritual life. So that he says that. Then afterwards, he's saying that, look, Kardama Muni, I have come here with a proposal. Now he's going to tell them. He says, I have come here with my daughter, Devahuti. And we are looking out for a suitable match for her. Narada Muni came and talked about you. And from the time he heard about you from Narada Muni, Devahuti has fixed you in her heart as a person. So we would like to offer our daughter Devahuti to you in marriage. And please do not reject it, because we have come on our own to give our daughter to you. And it is not even for a person who is a Vairagi or anybody like that, It's always best that he accepts when something is coming on its own, rather than running for something afterwards and losing one's honor. So we are come to give. And moreover, you have not taken a perpetual celibacy or anything like that in your life. So this offer you would like to give, and we would like to give it to you. Is this. So he says that about a friend and an offering that comes on its own, although you may have become a vairagi, still it is best to accept it. Anashaktasya vishayan yataraham upayunjataha nirbandaha krishna sambandhe tam vairagyam uchyate. But in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is being told, Anashaktasya vishayan yataraham upayunjataha nirbandaha krishna sambandhe tam vairagyam uchyate. One may have really renounced everything, and he is not taking anything for his personal use. But when someone comes and offers him something, he doesn't refuse it. Only thinking how I can put it in the service of Krishna. That's how he thinks. He doesn't use it for himself, but puts it in the service of Krishna. Such a person is a true vairagi, is being said. Not someone who says, no, I don't want anything, I don't want anything. He doesn't take anything, but mentally he dwells on that. It would have been nice if I get it, and all those things. Sometimes people dwell on it mentally. Such a person is not a true vairagi, but a true vairagi is one who doesn't take anything for his personal use, but accepts things for Krishna's sake. For example, there are so many devotees, Maharajas are there, sannyasis are there. They don't really need anything, but when you give him when they come, you give him a dakshina, the Maharaj will accept the dakshina. Not because he wants to use that dakshina for himself, because he is being taken care of. But this dakshina, whatever he gets, he will go and give it in the temple to Krishna, saying that this money I have received, this please use it for yourself. Like that, So that is the true thing. So here, Svayambhuva Manu is telling Kardama Muni, I have come on my own. You have not called me, but I have come on your own and I am giving. So please accept my daughter. Then Svayambhuva Manu replies, he says that, Kardama Muni replies, he says, well, you have come on your own, your daughter is also seeking marriage, and if she has not given a word to anyone, I am willing to marry her. So let us fix a nice date. We'll get married as per the Vedic culture, whatever is there, we'll marry, and let the desire of your daughter to marry and to marry me, let it also get fulfilled. We can do that. And he says, who will reject her? She's so beautiful girl. She's really lustrous. Everything is there in her. All the good qualities is visible in her. Not only that, the great Gandharva, Vishwavasu, what had happened was, once Vishwavasu, one of the Gandharvas, he was traveling in his airplane. And when he was traveling in his airplane, he saw Devahuti playing with a ball on the terrace of the palace. Vishwavasu almost fell off the plane because he saw the beautiful girl and he couldn't take his eyes away from her. So looking at her, almost he would have fallen, but then he was caught and he was held back. So he says Vishwavasu fell for her and he was such a great Gandharva. Vishwavasu himself can fall for her. Why not? I don't have a problem. I can marry your daughter. But she is not visible to those who do not take up to the prayers of Mahalakshmi Devi also. He says that, And he says this. After saying this, he says, but Svayambhuva Manu, I have a condition to lay. My condition is that as soon as the first child is born, I will leave the Grastha ashram. And I will go to the forest to pursue the real purpose of life. And what is the real purpose of life? We have discussed this many times. What is the real purpose of life?
To attain
To
God.
serve the Supreme Lord.
Sorry?
Serve the Supreme Lord.
Serve the Supreme Lord, correct? Yes.
To
Yes.
get out of the cycle of birth and rebirth and attain moksha and go to
Yes. Correct. So,
Present.
so that's the thing. The real purpose of life is what? Savai pumsam parodharmo eto bhaktir adokshaje ahaituki apratihata atma suprasidati. So it says, Savai pumsam parodharmo. The real purpose of human life is to engage in an occupation which will help him to progress in his spiritual life and do service for the Supreme Lord without any motivation and without any interruption. The Atma Suprasidhati. This is the only way to make the Atma really happy. All our currently, all our purpose appears to be in this world for people generally to run after money, to get a good place to stay, to have a nice social position. All these things are not going to help one. They are all okay. Not that it's not required, it may be there, but then you don't have to really run after it. According to our karma, if I'm destined to get all those things, I will definitely get it. So, he says that the real occupation of a human being is to take up to the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. And that's what here Kardama Muni is telling. As soon as the child is born, I will leave and go and do my duty as a human being, and that is to take up to the devotional service of Krishna. I will go away for that. The highest authority for me is the unlimited Supreme Lord who does creation, maintenance, and dissolution. He is the origin of all Prajapatis, including Brahma. So that we know. Brahma was also created from the navel of Vishnu, and what happens. So he says this. Now they all have a discussion. They all agree upon it's okay, bolke. Then after next, what happens? Now the marriage is going to take place. So this one is giving, after telling this, Kardama Muni is falling silent. And Svayambhuva Manu says, all right, okay, fine. It's all fine. The Svayambhuva Manu, Tatarupa, that is his wife, and Devahuti, these three are there. So they all say, yes, it's fine, no problem, put it. And they go ahead and they give Devahuti in marriage to Kardama Muni. And after this is over, Devahuti, Shatarupa is giving a lot of jewelry, household utensils, and many nice clothing for both the bride and the bridegroom. Everything she is giving, because they are the king and the queen, So they are giving empress. She is donating all these things to her daughter. See, now here you have to understand, Kardama Muni is not asking for anything. Now we have to understand about this dowry part also. Nowadays the dowry meaning itself has changed. Dowry means you ask as much as possible from the bride's family. Make them, उनको क्या बोलेगा, पूरा टकलू कर दो उनको, ऐसा, take out everything, whatever you can, you take away from them. These are people have become greedy. But as per the original Vedic, this thing, dowry means it is given by the bride's parents to make their daughter's life easy when she gets into a new house. Because she has to set up a house of her own. And when she has to set it up, she's too small, too young, and she needs a lot of assistance. So they give this so that both husband and wife can live happily and not bother themselves about these material requirements. So those material requirements are taken care of, so husband and wife can live happily. So all these things are given. Now the time for Svayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa to leave comes. Svayambhuva Manu is not able to control himself. He is overtaken by so much of emotion, affection for his daughter. So he starts crying very much. Then he hugs his daughter, saying that, please take care of yourself. And then he is going to leave. So he takes the permission of both his daughter Devahuti and their son-in-law Kardama Muni, and then he leaves and he goes to his kingdom. And when he's going to his kingdom is called Barishmati. The city is called Barishmati. Now, Barishmati, there is one thing we have to understand here. In Barishmati, what had happened was, when Varaha was flying, one hair from his body fell in this Barishmati city. As a result, you get this lot of kusha grass. Kusha grass started growing there. Kusha grass is that darba, darbai. What do you call? That is called kusha grass. So that starts growing there. And in this place, Manu worships the Lord every day. And he does this. Now, in his kingdom, what happens? His kingdom is very rich and it's very opulent, the kingdom. And here, every day what used to happen was, lots of these courtesans are there, They come and sing songs praising the king. And in those days, it was there. These people will come, they will sing songs praising the king, praising the queen. Then they will praise the good deeds done by the king and all these things were done. So these courtesans will come and they will sing also. But Svayambhuva Manu will start his day only by listening to Krishna Katha first. He will not first sit and listen to all the glories that are sung about him, but he will listen to the Krishna Katha daily, and then only he will start his day. Very important point for all of us here. We also start our day every day. How we start the day, that matters. When we start the day worshipping the Lord, which of course, as I said in the last class also, most of us have the habit, is it? As soon as we get up, we want to go and see the Lord. We pay our pranams in the room, in the prayer room. And then we go and then afterwards we start with the other things. But the first thing what we do is we want to pay our respects to the Lord in the morning. Similarly, at night time also, many people before going to sleep, they go and pray to the Lord and then they go to sleep. It's very common. It's very much common in our Indian culture. Although the Western culture is also influencing us and many people don't believe in all these things. But still it is there. To a large extent it is there. So here also, Svayambhuva Manu will start his day daily only by listening to Krishna Katha. Just imagine how auspicious Krishna Katha is. Shrinvatam swakataha Krishna punya shravana kirtanaha irdantastohi abhadrani vidunoti suhrit satam. In Bhagavatam it is being told, Shrinvatam means to hear. Shrinvatam swakataha Krishna. Listening about swakataha Krishna, about Krishna's glories, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's Leelas. When one hears all these things, Shrinvatam swakataha Krishna punya shravana kirtanaha. That is, it's so auspicious to listen to all these things. He says, so punya shravana kirtanaha hridantastohi abhadrani. If you listen to these things, what will happen to the Krishna Katha? Whatever kalmasha is there in our heart, all the accumulated dirt in our heart, gradually start going out. Hridantastohi abhadrani. All the inauspicious things in our heart, Abhadrani means inauspicious. Bhadrani means auspicious thing. Abhadrani is inauspicious things. Vidunoti suhrit satam. It will be driven out. Vidunoti means driving it out. Vidunoti suhrit satam. It will be all driven out of our heart. Is it not a great thing to do? So if we are going to get such a benefit simply by listening to Krishna's Krishna Katha, then what fool is there who will not listen to it? You should always do that. That's why Prabhupada has given us a program. Morning we start our day with Mangalarti. Then people chant. Then Mangalarti starts at 4:30. Afterwards, up to 7:15, you have got the chanting time. 7:15, the Guru Puja starts. By 7:45, Bhagavatam class starts. Right? Bhagavatam class starts up to 9 o'clock. And every day, we all listen to Bhagavatam. Stories. Bhagavatam is what? Bhagavatam is nothing but story on Krishna and his devotees. What a wonderful program Prabhupada has given all of us. And devotees, without fail, they do this. And then afterwards, they have got such a nice day, everything goes so smoothly. Everything goes so smoothly. Unbelievably, everything goes so smoothly. And they have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. Nothing is there. So here, Svayambhuva Manu is doing the same thing. Every day morning, what he is doing? He listens to Krishna Katha. He wants to listen about the glories of Krishna, about the pastimes of Krishna, about the Leelas of Krishna. And the beauty of Krishna's pastimes and glories and leelas is such that you keep hearing it every day, day and day, same thing. Still you will not get bored. You will not get bored. You will still feel like listening. We all chant Hare Krishna mantra, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, don't you get bored chanting the same thing? No, sir, never. We chant the same thing again and again. But there is some variation, right? No need for any variation. You don't want any variety? No, I don't want any variety. The same thing I will chant. You are not bored? Not at all. And for the next day morning, I am preparing myself so that I can again chant. That is the beauty of Krishna's glories, Krishna's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I can keep on chanting it, keep on chanting it. Because Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, Satatam Kirtayanto ma metantascha dridhavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukto pasate. He says, Satatam Kirtayanto mam. He says, always keep chanting Krishna, my name. He says, always keep chanting my name. Because that is what is going to help you. That's what is going to purify you. All of us want to be purified. All of us want to be a good person, right? How to be a good person? Artificially. If I'm artificially good, others can also make out that I'm artificially good. We may think that others do not know, but others can make out. Just like I can make out how the other person is, the other person also can make out how I am. Then at this point, we should keep in mind and not try to artificially become a good person. Genuinely, we have to become a good person. And that genuine goodness comes only when I worship Krishna. Only when I have the grace of Krishna. Purity comes only by the mercy of Krishna. And the mercy of Krishna flows only when I start chanting his holy name. Not otherwise. Not otherwise. That is why it has been Harir Nama, Namaiva Kevalam, Kalavu Nasteva Gateranyata. He says, in Kali Yuga, chant the holy name, chant the holy name, chant the holy name. You have no other way, no other way, no other way. That is a medicine for Kali Yuga, to purify oneself. And we should see how I can chant, how I can purify myself. This is important. So he does this, like this. And then afterwards, although absorbed in material happiness, he being a saintly king, was not degraded, for he enjoyed his material happiness in a Krishna conscious atmosphere. This is talking about Manu, Svayambhuva Manu. Now he is a Raja Rishi. We know a Raja. Raja means a king. King is involved in all material opulences, material enjoyments, everything he has got. Rishi means one who has renounced all these things. So who is a Raja Rishi? So Raja Rishi means one who has got everything but still not attached to it. That is called Raja Rishi. He has got everything. All the opulences, whatever you want, material opulences, material wealth, everything he has got. But he is not attached to it. He will use it only for good purposes, for the benefit of his subjects and for in the service of Krishna, he will put it, and in the service of the devotees of the Lord. Such a person is called Raja Rishi. And here you can see that Manu was a Raja Rishi and he had all the material opulences, but still his mind was always on hearing Krishna Katha and he was listening to Krishna Katha only, every time. So this was happening, and being absorbed in hearing, contemplating, writing and chanting about the Lord's pastimes, his long life consisting of a manvantara era did not go in vain. So we have seen in the past about manvantara. There are 14 Manus in a day of Brahma, and each Manu's lifespan is called manvantara. Each Manu lives for 71 Chaturyugas. Chaturyuga means one Chaturyuga is a total of Satyayuga, Tretayuga, Dwapara and Kali Yuga. The 4 yugas put together. That is 4,320,000 years. That is one Chaturyuga. Like that, 71 Chaturyugas, one manvantara is, one Manu lives. So it's a long span. It's only a technical point. You need to know that. But that is the lifespan of one Manu. For us, it may appear to be a massive number, as good as no end to it. But that way, if we calculate, how about Brahma? Brahma is still more than this, is it not? Here, Brahma's daytime is 1000 times multiplied by Chaturyuga. That is what it goes as. So like that. So let's not get into that. That's a very technical part. That's okay. So he lives for 71 Manvantras, 71 Chaturyugas, and 71 Chaturyugas he has been spending time only in worshipping Krishna. And afterwards visiting and so when somebody is spending his time like this in Krishna consciousness, there are kleshas, right? We have talked. What are the three kleshas we have talked? Three types of sufferings. Sushma Mata, yeah. Adibhautik.
Adibhautik, Adidevik,
And Adhyatmik.
Adhyatmic.
Adhyatmik.
Yeah. These are the three. I was expecting Ashok to give the answer because he knows these things very well. So these three are there. Adidevik, Adibhautik, Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, Adidevik. Trouble given by
Yes.
one's own mind and body, that is Adhyatmik. Right? You just see how much of trouble the mind gives, how much of trouble the body gives to one, that is Adhyatmik. Another one is Adibhautik. What is Adibhautik? Adibhautik means trouble given by others. Of course. There are also trouble given by others to
natural
us. Is it
calamity.
not? So that
Natural
is-
calamity.
No, I'm talking of Adibhautik, trouble given by others.
Yeah, the
That
last
is
one.
Adibhautik. Then comes the Adidaivik. Adidaivik
That
is
is
trouble. Adidaivik is the trouble given by.
natural calamity.
Yeah, tell me.
Natural calamity.
Yes, natural calamity is given. So these three are there, which always keeps affecting all of us, all the living entities in this world. Now, for Manu, there was no question of these things. Even for devotees, once someone becomes a good devotee of the Supreme Lord, even he becomes free from all such difficulties. And for a person who becomes a very good devotee, a pure devotee of Krishna, he is also free from all such troubles. So he says, Svayambhuva Manu never had any of these troubles. His mind never gave him a trouble. His body did not give him trouble. But if you take the common man, you see how much of trouble the mind gives, how much of trouble the body gives. So he became free from all these things, he says. And then afterwards he says, asked by the now, Svayambhuva Manu, he had a duty to perform. So all the sages ask him, what are the diverse sacred duties of men in general? And how to run a kingdom? What are the duties of a king? These are the various questions that was asked by these sages. You know, this Manusmrita is there, Manushastra is there. You would have heard the name, actually. So Manusmrita, Manushastra and all, these are the codes of living and codes of law. We have got all this law. So every country has got its own law. And this law comes actually from Manusmriti. It comes from that. So Manu is the first person who gave the law to human beings. How one should lead a life, how a kingdom should be run, what are the laws to be followed, what are the principles of law that has to be followed, all those things he gave. And according to that, the kingdom was being run. That was there. So he speaks about all these things. Manu taught them all those things. Now, Maitreya Muni is telling Vidura, I have spoken to you the wonderful character of Svayambhuva Manu, whose reputation is worthy of description. Now hear about Devahuti. So he talks about Devahuti and Devahuti's lamentation and all those things. He will talk. We'll see that in the next class. And so today here we are stopping it, and we'll get into the today's program. What are your takeaways? What are your comments? Any questions you may have to ask? Any doubts you have got? Anything you wish to add? Please go ahead. It's open. Start.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
We have to get a good association.
Correct.
That is good for a devotional service.
Yes. Agreed.
sadhus accept from us for the sake of Krishna, Guru. They don't accept anything for themselves.
Yeah. So anyone who becomes a good devotee of the Lord, he never accepts anything for himself because he doesn't need it that much. But he accepts it either for his guru or for Krishna. He accepts it. Correct? Good point. Any other points?
Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, they are helping each other vice versa. Means Kshatriyas protect Brahmanas and Brahmanas give them the teachings, good teachings about dharma.
Correct. And they also advise them, give them sound advice how to rule the kingdom. Yeah.
You have to take daily Krishna Kada.
You have to listen. You have to hear.
Listen. Same like a Bhagavad Gita classes.
Yeah. Yeah. Every day we have to hear. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always associate with like-minded people. The best example is Narada Muni. He was made
Yeah.
fun, but he was
Correct.
always listening and sitting with Vedantas. And next
Yeah.
birth, he got the birth of Narada Muni.
Correct. Right. Yes.
That one shloka is there. Na abhikram nashnosti na yuvakram nashnosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamasya dharmasya trayate mahata bhayata.
Yes.
That means a small endeavor towards Krishna consciousness is going to help for all our births. It will remove all the unauspicious things from our life.
Even a small amount of Krishna consciousness done will protect us from the most dangerous thing in this world. Swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. The most bhayat. Trayate means trayate mahato bhayat. Even from the greatest calamities, dangers, it will definitely protect us.
You stress on the Satatam Kirtan Tomayatan Dasha Druda
Yes. Yeah, correct.
Means
Yeah.
you should be regular in chanting, you should be regular in doing the praying
Yes.
to the Godhead.
Yeah, anybody else?
However staunch a devotee, if somebody comes forward and voluntarily gives them something or presents something to them,
Yes.
they should not refuse it. They should accept it gracefully.
For whose
Like
sake?
he brings his daughter.
Yeah.
For
They
Krishna's
should
sake.
accept it gracefully. Yeah.
Accept it gracefully.
Yeah, accept it gracefully. For what purpose? That is
so that
important.
either he can offer it to the Lord or he can use it for devotional service.
Yeah, so you should use it for devotional service. Yeah, correct. Or give it to Krishna. Use it in Krishna service. Correct. Yes.
Service.
Anybody else who has not talked so far? Another point?
We should be always in the company of good people.
That's a difference. For your devotional progress, if you are just in the company of good people, that is not sufficient.
Okay.
You have to be in the association of devotees.
Devotees.
You have to be in the association of devotees. Then only you'll be able to make progress in devotional service. Just by being in the association of good people, you will also be good, that's all. But your progress in Krishna consciousness will not happen. Okay. Any questions? Anybody has?
Prabhuji, one small question. Chapter 20, 14th text. Separately unable to produce the material universe, they combined with the help of the energy of the Supreme Lord and were able to produce a shining egg. They means what is the meaning, Prabhuji? They.
Okay. See, what happened was, it is a material energy. First is what you are talking of in chapter 20 is that because the Mahat Tattva, what is that? The Mahatattva consists of the three modes of material nature. They are all there as it is. Then afterwards what happens is that Mahatattva, what is there, the three gunas. Mahatattva means the three energies of the Lord,
Three
Sattvic guna,
energies.
Rajasic guna and the Tamasic guna. These gunas are as it is.
Tamasic guna.
But then they need to be agitated to create something. So when they get agitated, and they are being agitated by the energy of the Supreme Lord, when they get energized by that, then only the whole thing forms as a big egg-like thing, shell they form. And once it has been formed into that, the Lord enters as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu.
Okay, bro.
So it is the energies of the three gunas.
That is the three energies.
Yeah, three gunas. Which are like.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru
Jai.
Maharaj ki jai. Bhagavatam
Jai.
Granth Ji ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone.